Hello, everybody, and thank you all for coming out to the Goddess Queen Tulsa show. I am your host, Queen Tulsa, and today we are going to be getting into some uncomfortable topics. Okay, today we will be discussing and diving into the segregation between trans and the heterosexual community. Well, guys, I won't hold you up. Go ahead and take a look at that description. We'll be right back to jump right into the show. All right, so hopefully everybody has come on back. Today is Wednesday. Oh my gosh, Thanksgiving is tomorrow. So, um, let's go ahead and start off with our daily devotional to get our day started out right. So we'll start with today, November 23rd, 2022. A heart of gratitude. Consider the spiritual riches that Jesus died to give you and thank Him today for those blessings. Now we'll have a reading. All right, guys. So that is your daily devotional. Hope everybody is doing well. I did want to go ahead and thank you all for showing up. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your loyalty and coming back. And those of you that are just now swooping in and you're not subscribed to the channel, I recommend that you subscribe to the channel and set the notification bell to all so you can get any notification that is unscheduled. Now, today, while we are here, is because there is a big rift in the community with the trans and the straight community. I'll start off with Flame Monroe. If you guys don't know who Flame Monroe is, I'm about to break it down for you. Okay? So Flame Monroe is a trans woman. However, Flame is a different, unique type of trans woman. Okay. Monroe is a comedian, entertainer, writer, producer, and MC. Best known as the host of Charlemagne the God's Black Effect podcast. Laugh and Learn with Flame Monroe on the iHeart Network and co-producing Netflix They Ready, with her episode receiving an Emmy Award nomination for Outstanding Director for a Variety. And let's just say this. No, we're not going to take anything from Flame, accomplishments, and things like that. However, I do feel like Flame is responsible for miseducation to his followers. See, this is the thing. Flame Monroe hops in and out of womanhood, in my opinion. Allegedly. Everything, let me just say this, everything that I will be saying will be allegedly. Okay? But just from observation, Flame pretty much utilizes Karen behavior. When things benefit Flame, oh, everything is good. When Flame has to get her moment and diffuse things and get back into the public eye, then she's going to start saying controversial things. Oh, that's not a real woman. Oh, this, oh, that. Well, Flame Monroe lives as a man and a woman. Flame Monroe pronouns are he, she, and we. In my opinion, that is very problematic. And the reason why I say it's very problematic because I had a situation with one of Flame's followers. The first time this woman had a disagreement with me, her first question was, "Are you a man or a woman? Were you born a woman? Were you born a woman?" Well, Flame said this. And I said this. Well, Flame is going to get you cussed the fuck out. Flame will get you cussed the fuck out because you coming over here calling me he, she, and we is not going to roll. And all this started around Shaquela's death. You've got Flame Monroe that wants to be controversial. You have black men that choose Flame Monroe's tactic to come at the gay community, to come at trans women. All because Flame wants to get his shine on, keep his name out there. And no, I'm not misgendering Flame. Flame is the one that likes to be called he. So in this conversation, I will refer to Flame as the topics roll along. You have gay men that have a issue with trans women. They do. They will sit up, they will get in other women's spaces, and I can say those gay men that likes to be up in women's face and sit up and play in makeup and sit up and give them the tea and give them the rundown on men and try to divide trans women from women. Oh, girl, she thinks she want to be you. Girl, you real. Girl, you was born a woman. Girl, she was made up. It's a lot of people that I would consider Harriet Tubman's problem. They tried to be a problem for Harriet Tubman. Oh, I don't want to run the Underground Railroad. Oh, I'm turning back. Oh, I'm going to go tell. Flame fits right into that equation. If it's not benefiting Flame, Flame is out of there. Let's talk about it. And then you have T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison, her pronouns are she, her, and hers. She's not hopping in out of her womanhood. She's not asking you to call her a man. She is not asking you to refer to her other than T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison is very confident in who she is. She's very cozy in her skin. Go stream the album. Beyonce Renaissance. But then you have Flame that wants to be a man when he chooses to. And you have TS that lives in her womanhood 365 24/7. But you have problematic trans women like Flame. We've come so far for this idiot to be spewing rhetoric to call trans. He says, well, I even though they don't want me to be in the trans community, I'm here. I don't want you here. I don't. When I was younger and I saw you on Def Comedy Jam or Comic View, I actually was like, oh my gosh, that is a person that I can relate to. Had I known that you were a person that would be a woman for a cause and applause, that opinion would have differed. And so I say this to say that when you know better, you do better. Flame Monroe is, there's certain things that I don't care for about Flame, but I will dissect and take out the things that I did need. I don't hate Flame as a person. I feel that Flame is a problematic individual in the trans community that wants to slow us down. Mother is getting up there in age and she's still trying to be fresh. It's like, girl, age gracefully and go ahead and do your big one up in the senior citizens home. I'll go into the senior citizens home and crank that mess up there. You know what I mean? It's like we don't need the problematic behavior, because this is why I say that. We have straight heterosexual men, and I knew that they existed, but my heart was so warmed when these black men, these black kings that don't have anything to hide, that is confident in themselves, that didn't have to put the trans community down. Yeah, they didn't have to do your number, Flame. So let me add a real woman up in the mix, and I'll go ahead and play some audio. Okay? Now, this is what you call really getting in the mix. Okay? This is what you call some real men that want to provide real conversations. They're not talking about, oh, what happened last year. They're talking about what's in the moment. And I really want you guys to really take this in. I really want you guys to take this in. Take all of this in, okay? Give me 1 second as I go ahead and mute myself and play our content. And I'll give you guys a little backstory. I was on live yesterday and I heard a conversation going on about, oh my God, this was a trans woman that took Shanquilla out. And I had to diffuse that rumor and tell these people, no, it was not a trans woman. It was a heterosexual woman that took our sister out, right? We won't forget you, Shanquilla. We won't. And a lot of people were trying to say that we weren't trying to make this about you, Shanquilla. This is strictly about you. But there were some things that went on in between us visiting and giving you knowledge. So that's why we're here today. You know, that's why we are here today. Okay, so without further ado, let me go ahead and play the content and let's get into it. And right here in this audio, you will hear real Black men standing up for trans women, standing up for the truth.
Because on YouTube, I watched it before. They are asking the trans community, people are asking the trans community to step out and, well, how do you say, I don't know how to look, I can't think of the right word right now. Ban. Say this was bad. Like, they're asking the trans community to speak up on the behalf of the straight community and say this was fucked up, and they're not really doing it.
We don't need them to speak up.
No, we don't. I mean,
we don't need them to speak up for what?
When a man kills a woman, do we go and say, "Hey, men, you need to speak out on the men community and say what we do"? No, we just charge the people. We just charge the people that's guilty, and they go.
Okay, I have to stop it right here. The man says, well, no, that isn't right. Are you out there when a heterosexual man is putting his hands on a woman? Are you out there fighting as hard as you are right now? We want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
On YouTube, I watched it before. They are asking the trans community, people are asking the trans community to step out and, well, how do you say, I don't know how to look, I can't think of the right word right now. Ban. Say this was bad. Like, they're asking the trans community to speak up on the behalf of the straight community and say this was fucked up, and they're not really doing it.
We don't need them to speak up.
No, we don't. I mean,
we don't need them to speak up for what?
When a man kills a woman, do we go and say, "Hey, men, you need to speak out on the men community and say what we do"? No, we just charge the people. We just charge the people that's guilty, and they go to jail. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know why we're putting such heavy focus on the trans community.
Yeah,
we're talking about this because this is a gender-based crime.
So, we don't know that for a fact, but even if it is, even if it is, Bambi, so the fuck what? She dead. You can't bring her back. And like I said, everybody on that trip is guilty. All of them are on the run.
So what if it comes out? Let's just say y'all are wrong. And old girl that came up was telling the truth, and it was a woman, right?
Right.
So now y'all argument goes down the drain, and it's still the same thing that we've been saying: is that whoever is guilty for her death needs to be punished. All the people in the room that was there for a
everybody that went on that trip, in my eyes, is guilty. All of them.
Yeah. And that's it. I mean, this whole focus on the trans community, that's coming from what that is. That's a play from somewhere else, because people have issues with the trans community for whatever reasons, so they're going to use this to further their narrative.
Yes.
What's up, bro? And even if it was,
that's a better way of saying it.
Even if it was a trans person, on the trip with them, so what? They all went there together and came back together without her and lied.
But the fact that I believe it's already been this came out already public acts of violence that I'm aware of against the trans community. Yeah, that's not. I don't think a coincidence.
It doesn't matter.
I don't think. I'm just saying.
Now let's just say this. This woman wants to put the community in a box because of her experience or her run-in with a particular trans woman. I'm not discrediting that you had a run-in or you had a misunderstanding with a trans woman. However, all trans women aren't like that. And so when you're out here, you're painting this picture, you're rage out, ma'am, you are the problem. Maybe you need to dig into your soul and figure out what that problem is. Maybe it's you. You got that jealousy demon spirit up in you. Not all trans women are sitting out here, oh my God, let me say this magical prayer so I can become a cisgender female, a biological female. No, love. No. You're a woman in your own right. I'm a woman in my own right. TS is a woman in her own right. Flame, I don't agree totally, but she's a woman in her own right. But I don't have to go over and pounce down and tear at her. I can take the things that resonate with me and I can keep it moving. And the things that don't, I drop them off. But see, it's this. They want to talk about the black trans woman. Well, let's talk about the black angry black woman. The angry black woman. Right? I know that term is familiar to you, right? Angry black woman. Let's get into this content.
We have to be on alert. We have to be on alert for this type of thing.
I just believe
violence happens among all.
Right.
And then I have to cut it off. This lady's going to say, oh, we have to be alert for these kind of things. Like we are just some serial people out here that's targeting people. You got to shift your focuses. You going in the wrong direction. You're going in the wrong direction, but let's go off.
Every day.
It's always a group of people that don't get along and act violently against each other and commit crimes against each other. But with this incident, I feel like it was planned before they even went over there.
Exactly.
But it has nothing to do with the trans community.
Right.
But what wasn't nice, what Tulsa just said was like, but I didn't like what she just said. It was like, oh, you don't want girls to go, you don't want the problems with the trans community. You don't want that. Like she was
I didn't hear her say that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she did say that.
Yeah, but like I said, like, girl, what are you saying?
Yeah, we do want the problems with her. We do want the problems with them if they had something, to do with her death. And like I said, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. Whether it was a man or a woman, you can't really get a good look if it was a man or a woman. But the way that person was throwing punches, it looked like a man, But it could be either or. It could go either way. But like I said, they all need to be locked up. That's it. They all need to be locked up. And I don't think, in my opinion, it should take this long to catch them because they didn't have the type of money she had. And then somebody got to be abiding and abating them or helping them out or in hiding. So whoever's helping them in the hideout, they need to be locked up too.
I mean, there is a valid. If I was to play devil's advocate, and this is strictly me playing devil's advocate, there is an angle you could come at. If it was, let's say it was a trans woman, right? There is an argument that you can make, but y'all haven't made it. So I'm not even going to give it any. I'm not even going to give it any light because y'all haven't made it. So I don't think that's y'all stance on it. Because I'm not going to say it because I don't think that's y'all stance on it. I mean,
I don't even know what you're talking about. As far as that,
now this is 100% me playing devil's advocate here, right? So let's say let's just say that's a hypothetical. Let's say it was a trans woman, whatever. It was a man trying to be a woman, right?
Right.
The argument somebody could make is that, well, these men are out here thinking that they're women, fighting women, but they really have the power of a man.
Right.
and you can make an argument based on that. But nobody. I mean, that's why I just been talking. Nobody has said that. So that's not y'all stance on it. Y'all didn't even make that stance on it. So I don't understand the validity. I don't see why y'all focusing. Being that y'all didn't make that argument, I don't see how y'all could even come towards the trans community for anything, because y'all didn't make that argument.
To me, that is not even a relevant argument, because
not really. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm just saying because from what I've seen from the videos, the girl didn't see it coming. She didn't know what was going to happen. She walked in the room and just gets all the shit beat out of her, and dies. From the video,
I don't know why Tulsa just reacted like that. I noticed some of the other, trans people on YouTube were also reacting like that. And it's like, listen, y'all, my nephew. Y'all, there again, because you know what? I'm not even trying to say it because I've been into some, not so long ago, some physical altercations with the LGBT community. I had a physical altercation with that.
So she's saying that she had a physical altercation with the trans community. I'm a little lost. How many of it was them that I'm lost. You're seeing it like a gang of trans women grouped up on you, or I'm not really sure where she's going with her antics, but I'll let you guys hear her out.
That community not too long ago. I'm not gonna get into incidents with it, but they don't like females. They don't like females because they want men.
Yeah, I was on a whole different angle with this thing, boy.
But that trans argument, that's not even valid, in my eyes.
I don't.
I'm just saying, a lot of them don't. Really, some of them don't like female. I'm not even.
But like I said, I fought y'all women.
Some men don't like females.
Yeah, but I fought y'all women for being.
Which is why she just said you don't want no problems with. You don't want any problems with us. Like, bitch, they don't.
Why not? Why not? But I fought y'all females for having all these gay friends.
You don't want problems.
I fought y'all women for having all these gay friends, all these gay dudes as y'all friends. And then if something like this happened, and
gay guys and the difference between gay guys and the ones that dress up like girls, those are different.
It's the same difference.
No, it's not.
It's the same difference because they still want to be like y'all. They still act like try to act like women when they're not.
Like being men, wearing suits and come on. There's gay
guys
out there
they just like that video you sent to me of that white couple, right? That was on TV. That white lady, I forgot the name of the guy, but she was married to a gay guy, right? And they end up, the boyfriend of the husband got mad and snitched on the couple for fraud. You remember that video you just sent to me? Was it yesterday?
Huh?
That video.
What?
It was a white couple that was married, but the husband was gay and he had a boyfriend, right? And the couple, they were actually doing some fraudulent shit or whatever. So he
yeah. Chris
right.
knows best.
Huh?
Chris Lee.
Right. Now he got mad at his the boyfriend or whatever, the husband, and snitched on the couple for whatever fraudulent activity that they were doing, right?
Oh, they're talking about
and had them locked
TV
up.
show, huh?
Huh?
You talking about the people that do that TV show?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking at the lady is like, how, your husband is gay, and he looks sweet. You know what I'm saying? And then he got a whole boyfriend.
He was bi.
Right.
He probably attracted to his wife as well. We can't sit here and say that he
something was wrong with her.
I don't know.
Something was wrong with her. You know you're
no, but he wasn't, even though he was very, how you doing, he was sexually very, you could tell he was also sexually attracted to his wife.
I don't know the dude. I can't tell.
He was. We can't sit there and say he wasn't.
How you know? How you know? You know them?
I know the guy is. You can look at him and just tell he's gay. Everything about him gives.
How you know he attracted to his wife? Sexual. How you know?
Oh, I don't know that.
I thought he was metrosexual, but
I'm saying though, he's a little more metrosexual. But how
the nigga was straight up gay in my eyes.
He was attracted to his wife.
How you know?
You could tell.
Because of what? TV? Come on, because of what? TV?
People are having sex, like they were having sex.
How you know? You met them?
Okay, I'm just the TV show. It seemed like he was.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta stop believing in these TV shows and everything y'all see on this shit. I don't give a fuck if it's a reality TV show. That shit is fake.
Yeah, they tell you to act a certain way and to do certain things, and you know all that shit on TV is scripted.
Chrisley, again, whether you guys might not know, but I'm saying there are guys out there that are attracted to men and women. Let's not they're attracted to both.
Yeah, but if you married, you committed. It don't matter.
Exactly, and he was obviously bisexual because he had a boyfriend. Supposedly, none of us are. None of us.
He did.
He married a woman. Maybe he married a woman as a mask.
Right.
He had to hide this shit.
Basically.
Well,
Basically.
No, you could.
Because even when he got questioned about being gay, he's like, no, he's not gay. So he was hiding that shit.
Right.
Obviously, but I'm not gonna.
So maybe he married his wife as a mask in order to do whatever the fuck he needed to do.
No, he was attracted to his wife. You could tell by the way he looked at his wife and stuff. He was sleeping. They had like 10 kids. They had 5 kids.
Hey, I'm telling you, boy, look, I can act like I'm attracted to anybody. You pay me enough money. You pay me enough money.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They have you thinking that fucking what them people name on the Notebook? They have you thinking they really in love. That's a movie. I'm telling you.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know why the LGBTQ community is acting like this because they're over here trying to blame. It was a girl. It was a girl. No, that was a fucking man. That was a man hitting her in a girl's nightgown, a girl's pajama sweatsuit. There ain't no way that was a girl. That was a man dragging her. You know what I mean? Like a rag doll.
I don't know. I think some strong women out there. I'm trying to tell you.
It was his posture. It wasn't even that. It was his posture.
Man, listen. I got one of my sisters. You ever see that motherfucker fight? You think it's a dude too?
I mean, possibly, but again, women like the way that his arms cocked back and she didn't lean forward.
Man, listen. Now look, I'm not. I don't know. I didn't research it like that. But I've seen my sister fight. Like, and I seen my sister fight a dude. We had it was like a party we had years ago. Everybody was out there fighting and stuff like that. So, like, I was fighting somebody. My brother was fighting somebody. We were all out there getting. My sister got hands, boy. She and fucked the dude up quick. I'm telling you. So,
listen, there's really no context between a woman and a man. I don't care if he's a man in a dress or a man and a regular guy. There's really no contest. So.
But I'm just saying though, it could have. I don't know because I didn't research it, and it sounds like you didn't really research it too deep. So
I did enough because again, like I said, for them to rule the femicide, which is a homicide for a woman being a female, they put a label on that.
It don't even matter the label that they put on it. It was when it's all said and done, it was a murder.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I don't care what title they put on it, she still was murdered. And I say all of them had a hand in it.
For sure.
Because if you didn't, even if you didn't, just say if all of us went on a trip together and someone died, right? And the people that committed it, if you had 3 other people on the trip with us, right? And the other 3, and one of us died, right? And just say 4 or 5 of us knew what happened and the other 2 didn't, right? Wouldn't you stay there on the trip?
What do you mean? Well, yeah, like I said,
If I didn't have anything to do with their murder, why would I?
Absolutely. I really agree with this man. If if they all went on a trip and this happened, why would you leave? You don't know anything about it. Why would you leave? First and foremost, I want to say thank you all for coming out to the Goddess Queen Tulsa show. I'm your host, Queen Tulsa. We jumped right into the content as it was hot, fresh, and delicious. Okay, so let me go ahead, get my greeting in. We'll be right back after these messages as we have to pay the bills. Hello, and thank you all for coming out to the Queen Tulsa show. It was all a dream. We finally made it. Listen, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. You have come to the place where you can relax, enjoy, and get the hot topics. We can also engage. You can come up or even you can call in. That number is 725 888 1644. Thank you so much for your loyalty. We made it. I'm so excited. You should be too. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. Oh, and make sure you sign up for our perks to get all the exclusives first. Thank you. Hey guys, hold on 1 second. I'm just gotta go in and get me a cup. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right, guys, I'm about to go on with them.
Want them to be brought to justice. We don't give a damn if you straight or not.
But Tulsa,
Hey guys, hold on 1 second. I'm just gotta go in and get me a cup. Hold on 1 second.
Hey,
like
just because you trans, that shit don't mean nothing. You don't get no easy pass for you being a transgender person. Nah, you had something to do with it, whether, like I said, you straight or not. You all had your hands tied into her murder. Because all of y'all are guilty and you came back home and lied to the parents. And you lied to the authorities before you left.
All right, guys, I'm here. What's up?
So why did you say that we don't want problems with the trans community? Why were you so hostile about that?
Ma'am, you were hostile from the jump. You were making
I
it
was not
out.
hostile from the jump.
Well, I was trying to answer your question.
Okay.
You were making a hostile. I feel you were making a. I feel it was hostile from the jump in the conversation. You were making it out to be, oh, that's a trans woman, and I clarified that at first I thought that that was a trans woman as well, being that someone had fabricated photos and placed them out to spew a narrative. But once I got the right information, I did apologize to my community. But the thing is, I I think you're fixated on the fact that you want it to be trans and you want to be outraged. And I don't think that we need to be looking at that. We need to look at individuals that took a precious life away. This young lady.
I don't want it to be a trans woman. I don't want it to. That is not my intentions. I'm just pointing out what is obvious. It's obvious that it's not a woman. It's obvious that it's a man. And that does make a difference when they can, when you try to get to the root of an unsolved murder. It does.
Let me ask you this.
Because the motives between when women kill another woman and when a man kills another woman, the motives are different. They're not the same.
The motives to be is no different. You know,
but if you were a criminologist, right?
You took an innocent person's life.
It doesn't matter. The motive. The motive is they robbed her and it was stealing from her, and then killed her.
You have to look at it from a criminology. Like criminology, for them trying to unpack the murder, they do have to establish what the gender, because of what it is, and the motive, and what that person was.
The motive is they were jealous, and she must have had more money than they did, and it was already stolen from her. So that's the motive.
She was worth $700,000. Her net worth was $700,000. Almost $1 million.
Initially, until I saw the video, I assumed it was a whole bunch of females on a girls' trip. And then after watching it, I was like, that wasn't a female. And then later it came out that it was a trans. But I had said to myself before, I said, girls don't usually go on a trip and kill one another. That's not typically what girls do to each other.
Ma'am, are you familiar with the mob?
Women won't typically. Again, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but women typically won't kill another woman. They might. But baby,
it was 3 dudes and 3 girls,
and will likely kill a woman. Yes.
It was 3 dudes and it was 3 girls on the trip from the pictures I seen, and then they showed her picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
no, it was.
They showed 6 pictures, and then they showed her picture. So I counted. It was 6 people. It was three girls and 3 dudes, and then they showed her picture on top of everyone else's. So that's a total of 7, unless they included her picture and the 3 girls and the 3 guys.
Right. But I think that when we talk about, violence against this woman, we have to understand that the Black woman specifically is not protected. I want to point out the fact that there were Black men. I don't care if they were gay or straight. They were in the room and they sat and they recorded like everything was okay. And then you had this light-skinned woman, Winter Donovan, and we all know about colorism, light skin versus dark skin.
But okay, yesterday, I don't know if you was on the live or not, but Jim, which is Core Love, she did some more research, and she said that because she looked into their criminal record, and she was reading it over the live, and she was stating that they were like a little scam artist team, doing PPP loans,
Mm-hmm.
And she said the girl, I guess Shaquilla, got like 4 or 5 different P loans for her employees.
And so, Khalil didn't. Khalil's didn't go through.
Okay, so the people that she got the PPP loans for are probably the people that went on that trip with her. You get what I'm saying?
Right. I'm following you.
So I'm getting all of this from Jim yesterday when she was reading, their criminal history, their reports or whatever that was online. And she said that she said that they were out on pretrial release, meaning they had to go back to court for, I guess, these fraudulent cases, and was going to testify. And I'm thinking that they was probably trying to get her not to testify.
Well, peep this out. Well, Elise Hyatt, one of the girls that was there on the trip, her sister was killed the day as well, the same day, either the day of or the day before.
Where at? In
North Carolina.
See? So this was a little criminal law ring they had going on. And so Jim might have been right. You know, I'm not gonna say everything she said was correct, but
Well,
she might have.
listen, when you think about timeshares, they were at a timeshare. When you think about timeshares, who owns timeshares? You know, pretty much, you know, sometimes wealthy people, right? For the
No,
most
you can
part.
no. It could be an app. My uncle had
Timeshares
a
aren't that
timeshare.
expensive.
Anybody can own a timeshare. Regular people, you know.
They're not
Well,
that expensive.
I was saying that she's wealthy, and they're saying that it was her timeshare, but the government there is trying to cover it up because if we think about it, when they said that she was pronounced not here, it was 15 minutes after that last altercation. And then you have another report that comes out and say, oh, well, there was a doctor there for 2 and 3 hours. Okay, which one is it? With the money that they finessed and extorted the family from, I'm wondering, did, you know,
No,
being that that was their ticket to get out, like, hey, y'all, figure this out. Let us, because they didn't leave right away. They went to the airport, they left the villa, went to the airport, got a hotel room, and left the next day.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I was saying. If you was not guilty and you didn't know anything about it, right? Or just say you didn't know anything about it, right? You wouldn't have hopped on a plane and came right back, would you?
No, I would have
Thank you.
waited for my
Thank you.
friend. You know,
Thank
we
you.
come together, and even if we did come together and I came in late, if you my friend and I rock with you like that and we don't have no
I'm
beef,
not leaving.
I'm
I'm
not
not getting on
leaving.
the plane and just coming right back
We
home
need to figure
with
out
her
who did this,
clothes. Right.
you
So
know?
they came, when they found out she was dead or whatever, blah, 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 they hopped right back on the plane and bought her clothes and lied and, you know, and made up that story, you know, and told her parents that she had alcohol poisoning. And they told the authorities in Mexico the same thing before they left.
Exactly. But the
So
thing
me
is,
personally, I'm just saying, if I didn't have anything to do with it, and then I found out about it a couple minutes or an hour or so later, I'm not gonna just hop up on a plane and leave and come back home because they're gonna have some questions and they're gonna want to know, well, did you have anything to do with it, or do you know these people, and blah blah blah. And that's supposed to be your friend. So obviously, you know, she really wasn't a friend. Because your
yeah,
friend ain't gonna do something to you like that and then come back home and lie, you know, to your parents and sit, you
sitting
know,
in sitting in their faces,
yeah,
going to the dinner table, giving hugs, you
right,
know, acting emotional.
right. That was
And
all
all the while, there's a demon inside of you screaming and raging
right,
in happiness, in
right.
excitement.
And the mom, I seen the video where the mom said, you know, that one little dude that she went to college with, um, was a friend of the family that they considered a friend of the
Well,
family. Yeah, and he was the one that came over for 4 days straight. And once the mom got the autopsy, then he disappeared. He goes on a run. He ain't been back over there since. That's a sign of guilt. You run when you're guilty.
but this is my thing. Let's get into a video. Let's get into the video. Oh, let me find this video because my thing is if my best friend is, you can see her. It's like there was more than alcohol going on in that situation.
The video that I seen, all right, because I sent videos out, right? The last video that I seen, right? Because I was piecing them together by video, right? So the last video I seen was, I guess it was her walking through the villa or the hotel, wherever they was at. And she was asking them, she was looking through room to room, was saying, hey, are y'all naked yet? So the first thing that came to my mind, right?
Say undress. Are
Right.
undressed? Yeah.
No, she said, are y'all naked yet? This is what she said. Yeah. So I'm thinking, first thing comes to my mind, you walking through the hotel room, asking people, are they naked yet? First thing that come to my mind, what, y'all about to have an orgy?
Orgy, right?
Or are y'all about to go swimming? Okay. So I looked at some videos on YouTube, and it said that they were supposed to been about to go swimming. But when she walked in that room, okay, she walked in
Everybody
there.
was clothed. Everybody had
No. I seen that video too. But this other room where she was killed at, she walked in. The dude was in the corner that videotaped the murder. He was in. You couldn't even see him because he was to the left. So I guess she didn't see him when she walked in. And then the other person came from the other corner of the room and just attacked her.
I think the guy, to be honest with you, I think the guy waited until she was lifeless. She was like flailing like that, and then turned the camera on. I think she was getting hit for a few minutes before the camera even went on.
No. Oh, well, I don't know. I just know when she walked in the room, the person ran from the other side of the room and started beating her. So the guy already had the camera out recording. Go back and watch the video. When she walked in that room, the dude was already recording.
I don't really want to watch it, but maybe I should go back and watch it a couple times. I've watched it, but
well, you watched the fight of what you call the trans woman fighters. You should watch it.
Listen,
see what he
there's
did.
no need for you to be annoyed. I'm not coming for the trans community, okay? So relax.
No, I'm not being annoyed. I'm just, expressing myself like you've been the whole time, ma'am.
I'm not coming. Listen, for you to be so defensive is an alert.
It don't even. Like I said, man,
you're acting as if I'm coming to arrest you for being trans.
It don't even matter whether it was a trans person or a straight person. All that matters is, she died, a violent death that she shouldn't have died, where she shouldn't have been killed. So it doesn't matter whether the person was trans or not.
Everybody there was a human being, and they were all responsible.
Exactly. I don't care and that's what I say. All of them niggas on that trip was guilty.
Yeah, because it's like this was your friend, and I'm not understanding it. It helped me understand. You go back to your hometown, you get to see your loved ones, and then you go with this BS story to her family.
Right.
And you shove it in their faces until the autopsy comes out. But guess what? When the autopsy comes out, then everybody scatters. Now everybody has fled.
That's the second time they didn't split, because the first time they hopped on the plane.
That's true.
That's the first time they got ghosts. Now the second time, well, I don't. All I know. Yeah, the second time was, I don't know how many of them came to the house and talked to the mom, but I know that one dude did, because they showed the picture of him, and then she said, after 4 days, he was coming over to the house 4 days faithfully in a row. That was about a week almost. And then once he gets the autopsy, then he's gone. So that's like twice in a row. So I don't know if the other people that was on the trip was coming, paying, sitting with her, talking, trying to figure it out.
The bottom line, a lot of trans people hate women and don't like women because they are jealous of females.
Well, that's not true.
Yes, it is true.
Let me explain. Let me explain.
Why are you stuck on the trans?
Here, I'll explain. Listen here, I'll explain
what it is. And they're very aggressive and nasty towards women, because some of them, not all, but there's some that don't like women, who are nasty to women because I'm a natural born female, and that they think that we're in some type of competition where we're not in a competition. Okay.
Well, what do you say about Sally that works in your same office and thinks that she's better than you? Do you give her the same type of heat that you're giving me?
Sweetheart, I'm not in competition. I'm not competing.
But listen, love, let me just say this. There's no competition, it's a coalition.
Men who are heterosexual have no desire to be with a trans woman.
Well, let me just say this. Let me pop your bubble, because, ma'am, I've been married for 4 years. And me and my husband, we have 3 beautiful children together. And I do interact with their mother And we do have a great relationship. We are thriving over here. All of my children are on honor roll. And another thing is my husband loves me. Okay. So unfortunately, you've been, brainwashed into thinking that things like that can't happen. But I'm here to give you a reality check.
But why don't you go with the gay man? Why do you want to be with the straight man? Why don't you go with the gay man?
Ma'am, why do you pick the men that you pick? Why do you pick the men that you lay down with? Why have you given your why listen? Why do you give yourself to men?
I am married to a man as well.
Okay, so we're two married women. What's the difference?
The difference is that I was born a woman. And I bleed
okay, so listen, let me ask you this. Do you cook for your husband? Do you clean for him? Do you take care of the children?
Listen,
do you
the difference is I bleed every month. I can give him a child. I ovulate.
I can give him a child too,
I
love.
have a physique of a woman.
Me too. Have you seen me? Have you seen me?
On the bullshit.
Have you seen me? Have you seen my figure?
As a woman who doesn't
but listen, sis,
whatever you have going on, but there is a difference.
Sis, let me just say this. There is a difference. You were born biologically a female, and I'm not taking that experience away from you. I'm not trying to overpower you, and I'm not trying to overshadow what your life experience is. I just want to occupy the spaces that we are both in with respect. It shouldn't matter who I am and what I have. It's all about respect, and I think respect is free. The last time I checked,
I haven't disrespected you.
But listen, why if you're so uncomfortable with trans women,
I'm not uncomfortable with trans. I'm actually a big advocate for the LGBTQ.
You could have fooled me.
I am not. Why? Because I'm not going to kiss your ass and make you feel old because you're trans. You're special. You're just like everybody else.
It's not about kissing. It's not about kissing nobody's ass. It's about coming to common ground,
ma'am. Just because you're trans doesn't mean that you're any different or have special treatment. I don't believe in that.
What special treatment have I asked for?
I don't know. But you keep saying that it wasn't the trans man, it was that girl. It was this girl. It was that when we also, like, for me, I'm just gonna call a spade because I have been abused by the LGBT community recently.
I'm sorry,
I noticed that they are aggressive.
Ma'am.
I will say they are aggressive towards some of them. Are very aggressive to natural females because they are competing for a man. When some men have no desire for a trans people and they attack women. I almost got killed by a trans man.
Okay, so
because he thought I wanted to be with a man, and
when you say a trans man, did he have a full beard?
He was wearing men's clothes, but he was probably wearing a dress and a skirt and heels and all that. If nobody was outside.
Okay, I'm a little long.
I'm saying what it is.
Let me help you out right quick.
I did nothing to that boy that did attack me, who almost killed me. I did nothing to him. It just except be there. And there was a in that. Females don't do that. Females don't do that. If I'm in a room with another female and there's a boy there and that boy thinks one girl is cuter than the other, another girl's not going to try to attack that woman. That's not going to happen.
Well, ma'am, I want to say this. I was not there for your experience.
So
I do want to,
ma'am,
I gave you the floor and I didn't interrupt you.
Okay.
I want to apologize for your experience. And I want to say not all trans women act like that. I understand that there are bad apples. That's just like there are bad apples in all communities. I personally want to apologize for your experience. And I want to come to a common ground to where I want to be very clear on this. There's no competition. I'm not in competition. There's nothing. I mean, I'm in my lane. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
That's not
I
true.
love my sisters. I want to support you, but also I understand that it takes time and education. But with that, I feel like that we can grow as a community. I don't think that we should try to tear each other down every chance that we get. The things that we don't understand, we're frustrated about. But what we fail to understand is we're not back in the day. Back in the day, discrimination was fine. Nobody got in trouble for it. Our ancestors and those that had come before us, they marched and they did things so we could live a prosperous and adventurous life, right? They didn't say the struggle was going to be easy, right? It's for everybody, no matter what lifestyle you live. But be an upstanding American. Just do you, respect people, stay in your lane. What you believe is what you believe. Nobody can take that away from you. But it's all about respect. It's all about respect, sister.
Again, I have the utmost respect for me. Again, and I'm not at all homophobic or anything like that. But to me, just me standing there, being a female, and I'm not saying that's all trans because I know that's not true at all. But I'm just noticing, for me, it was shocking to me normally I get along with my best friend growing up was a gay guy. Two of them, actually. One of them actually was kind of aggressive towards females as well. That's why I had said on this live before, I noticed that some gay guys are aggressive to females because they feel that they are competing again. And I don't know, because I'm a woman. I don't know what that, I can't understand. But I know if it's woman to woman, even if two women, if me and my girlfriend are even competing for the same guy, we're not going to be physically aggressive towards each other. Females don't do that. So that's why for me it's a bit alarming because I don't understand it.
So well, when it comes to a gay guy, listen here. You think that some women oppress us? The gay community, they oppress trans.
Yeah, her gay agenda. Get out of here with her gay agenda.
All I'm saying, like I said, and I
noticed
that, and that's all I'm saying. And maybe that's the testosterone, that's the male trait of the competitiveness. And they want to be down with the girls. And again, some gay guys are not like that at all.
She's never going to admit that.
It's not a band-aid for all. But they.
So I want to know, did I ruffle the DL bandit? Like I said, the gay guys, they do oppress trans women. They have a hand in it, they have a part in it, and I will not take that back. Some of them are wicked. Some of them have this thing against trans women. Some trans women don't like the butch queens. That's what they're called. They're butch queens. They're feminine guys, and it's girl this, girl that. Don't refer to them as boy. That's when they would get with them girl, the cisgender females, and it's girl. Oh, you is popping today, Miss Girl. They like all that. Don't come to me to my hey, Miss Girl, and girl. Oh, you. I don't do all that. Don't give me those antics. I hope you guys are enjoying your Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Just giving you guys some content to refer to when, you know, you wait on that food. Okay. I am your host, Queen Tulsa. This wraps up our show. This concludes it. Yes, it does. Shout out to the conversation. And guys, if you're the replay gang, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's keep the conversation going. What are your opinions?